Imagine for a second that you're sitting in front of a dark screen. You're watching the slow zoom as a completely stressed out business owner stares at this massive pile of bills on their desk. I mean, we've all seen this scenario, right? But what if I told you there's a way to actually step in and fix this for them, all while building a highly profitable digital agency for yourself? And what if you could pull this off without hiring a massive team of staff, without spending those endless late nights trying to write the perfect sales copy, and incredibly, without even needing a deep fundamental knowledge of complex marketing strategies? Look, right now, a small group of people are quietly using a completely new technological framework to generate thousands of dollars in recurring revenue every single month, essentially on autopilot. It honestly sounds like science fiction, and the potential is undeniably massive. But here's the hard, unavoidable truth that absolutely nobody else is willing to tell you. Most people who try this are going to fail, period. So in this explainer, we're going to look at the data, the actual process, exactly why so many will fail, and much more importantly, how you can structure this so it actually works for you.
Okay, let's dive into this. To really understand the solution here, we first have to deeply understand the core problem that's facing almost everyone who's trying to build a new income stream today. What if you could build an agency without doing all that grueling manual work? Right now, across the globe, most people trying to start a business are just completely burned out. And why is that? Well, it's because they're stuck in this archaic loop of trading their finite time for money. If you don't physically work the hours, you don't get paid. It's a totally linear, completely exhausting equation. You put 1 hour in, you get 1 hour of payout. It's the exact reason why the whole dream of financial freedom so quickly turns into a really stressful reality for so many aspiring entrepreneurs. They just find themselves trapped, managing every tiny little detail, and eventually they hit a hard ceiling on what they can earn, because at the end of the day, there are only 24 hours in a day.
Let's break down exactly why the current landscape is failing so many people. I mean, we know the old hustle culture all too well, right? It's that exhausting cycle of freelance work where you're just constantly chasing the next gig, pitching endlessly just to survive the month. Or it's the highly risky world of e-commerce where totally unpredictable ad costs eat your margins alive before you even see a single dollar of profit. It's the painfully slow grind of organic content creation, just hoping and praying an algorithm finally favors you. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wait, but we have AI now. And yes, tools like standard language models do exist. But we call these reactive AI tools. And here's the massive catch with them. They still require you to do all the heavy manual prompting. They are incredibly reactive. You sit at the keyboard, you type a prompt, you evaluate the output, you copy, you paste, you format, you know the drill. You are still the central bottleneck in the entire operation. The AI is really just a tool in your hand. It's not actually doing the work for you autonomously. So you're still trapped in the hustle, you just have a slightly sharper axe to grind with.
But listen, something fundamental has recently shifted in the technological landscape. We've officially crossed the threshold into a totally new era. Agentic AI is a brand new class of artificial intelligence. It doesn't just sit there and wait for you to give it a command like a glorified calculator. It autonomously thinks, it plans out a multi-step sequence, and it executes really complex tasks to achieve a specific end goal, all without your constant manual prompting. This is an absolutely massive paradigm shift. We are moving from AI as a passive tool that requires your constant micromanagement to AI as an active, autonomous worker that operates totally independently to accomplish complex business objectives on your behalf. Imagine having a top-tier project manager, a world-class copywriter, and a senior developer all rolled into one entity that just works quietly in the background while you focus on the big picture. That is the true power of an agentic system.
And this brilliantly illustrates the exact difference. Really think about this contrast, because this distinction right here is where the entire opportunity lies. With outdated reactive AI, you ask it to write an email, and it writes exactly one email, and then it stops. It just waits for you. You have to take that email, log into your marketing software, format the text, select the mailing list, and hit send. You're still doing all the operational work. But with Agentic AI, the entire game changes. You give it a high-level goal, and the Agentic AI builds the entire email system. It connects to software, it sends the initial email, it waits for the prospect's reply, it dynamically writes a custom follow-up based on their specific response, and it actually attempts to close the lead. It handles the entire workflow from start to finish. It's literally the difference between having a fancy typewriter and having a dedicated, tireless employee who never sleeps, never takes a coffee break, and constantly drives towards your business goals.
Let's move on and see how this actually builds into a highly practical business process. Because, these lofty tech concepts are fascinating and all, but how do they actually save time and make you money? Well, here are the 3 exact steps to business process automation using an agentic agency model. Step 1 is instant funnel creation. Instead of spending weeks coding or designing a landing page, the AI agents instantly deploy high-converting funnels that are tailored to specific industries. Step 2, and this is massive, AI voice calls to leads. When a lead comes in, you don't have to scramble to try and call them within 5 minutes before they go cold. The AI instantly initiates a completely human-sounding voice call to qualify that lead right on the spot. And step 3 is automated SMS and email nurture. If the lead doesn't pick up the phone, or maybe they just need a little more time, the AI drops them into a customized, totally autonomous text and email sequence, nurturing them until they're finally ready to buy. You are fully automating the entire customer acquisition journey without lifting a single finger once the system is live.
So, what does this actually mean for you as the agency owner? Well, first off, incredible ease of use. You manage multiple clients seamlessly from a single centralized dashboard. You don't need a dozen different tabs open or incredibly complex project management software totally confusing your workflow. Second, and honestly perhaps most importantly, you deploy AI agents instead of hiring human staff. This allows you to completely bypass the everyday headaches of payroll, HR disputes, sick days, and endless training cycles. And because you literally don't have human overhead, you save massive costs, making your profit margins incredibly high right from day one. Finally, you fully automate lead follow-ups. You are offering business owners a system that works flawlessly 24/7. This technology essentially acts as your fully automated AI marketing agency. It drastically reduces your daily operational overhead and completely frees you from tedious manual tasks so you can actually focus on scaling the business.
Now that we understand the technology, let's look at the exact business model. It is astonishingly simple and highly pragmatic. Step 1, you find a local business. We're talking about dentists, gyms, roofing contractors, local restaurants. Businesses that desperately need more foot traffic or booked appointments just to survive. Step 2, you offer them AI lead generation. But notice here, you do not sell them the concept of Agentic AI. You sell them the outcome. You offer to install a proven system that catches every single lead and follows up with them instantly so absolutely nothing slips through the cracks. And step 3, you charge monthly fees for maintaining and hosting this automated system, and that's it. It's a clean, straightforward B2B service model powered entirely by next-generation automation. You provide the infrastructure, and the business owner gets the ultimate peace of mind knowing their precious leads are handled perfectly.
So the crucial point here is managing expectations. How much can you actually charge for this service? Around 1,000 to 2,000 ringgit per month per client represents a highly realistic, totally grounded retainer fee. Look, we're not here to make overblown, get-rich-quick claims about making millions overnight. That is simply not reality, and anyone telling you otherwise is just selling a fantasy. But charging a local business owner, say $1,500 a month, to completely automate their lead follow-up and ensure they literally never miss a potential customer ever again, that is an absolute bargain for them. It immediately saves them the massive cost of hiring a full-time receptionist or a dedicated sales assistant. And for you, it builds a solid, recurring monthly revenue base that quickly stacks up as you systematically add more and more clients to your portfolio.
Listen to me closely. This is not a magic button. I want to be incredibly clear and dead serious about this. The internet right now is absolutely full of people promising that AI is going to do 100% of the work while you just sit on a beach sipping cocktails. That is a dangerous, toxic illusion. While agentic AI is without a doubt the most powerful operational leverage we have ever seen in the digital space, a business is still a business. It requires strategy, it requires positioning, and it requires actual effort. If you treat this like some lottery ticket where you just push a button and wait to get rich without putting in any of the foundational work, you will absolutely be part of the majority who fail. Exactly like we mentioned at the very beginning of this explainer.
And this brings us right to what the human, meaning you, must still do. The AI is brilliant, for sure, but it cannot do these 3 fundamental things. First, you must find the clients. You have to proactively identify the businesses in your local area or online that actually need this help, and you have to reach out to them. Second, you must close the deals. You have to get on a call or walk right into their office, look them in the eye, build trust, and clearly explain how you can solve their specific problems. You have to be able to sell the vision. And third, you must ensure the system delivers real value. To be brutally honest with you, if you cannot sell your services or ensure that your client is actually benefiting from this automation, the most advanced AI in the entire world will not make you a single dime. You are the architect here. The AI is simply the machinery that you deploy.
And that leads perfectly into understanding your client's mindset. When you go out there to find these clients, please remember this. Local businesses do not care about AI. They really, really don't. They don't care about large language models. They don't care about the difference between reactive algorithms and agentic workflows. None of it. They care about results. They are stressed out. They have real-world bills to pay. They have staff relying on them to make payroll. And they just want to know how you can help them get more paying customers through the door. Your pitch should never, ever be about the underlying technology itself. It must always be focused entirely on the transformation and the financial relief that your technology provides to their bottom line.
So how do we actually define those results? What exactly are we delivering? Well, you're delivering a system that generates consistent new leads, but you aren't just stopping there. Because the AI follows up instantly via voice, SMS, and email, you are actually delivering increased sales conversions. The leads are successfully transforming into booked appointments and closed sales, which is literally all the business owner truly cares about. Furthermore, you are providing scalable business growth, allowing that business owner to handle twice as many inquiries without dropping the ball or suffering from burnout. And finally, you're delivering massive time saved. By using AI to automatically deliver these tangible business results, you transition from being just another digital marketer pitching a service to becoming an incredibly valuable, totally indispensable asset to that local business owner's livelihood.
And once you successfully bridge that gap between this incredible automation and the real-world results that business owners so desperately crave, you reach the ultimate endgame. Your income becomes recurring, predictable, and scalable. Because the Agentic AI is handling all the daily heavy lifting of funnel management and endless lead follow-up, your clients stay with you month after month after month. That 1,000 or 2,000 retainer becomes a predictable, rock-solid monthly foundation for your life. And because the AI scales effortlessly in the cloud, adding your 5th, 10th, or 20th client absolutely doesn't require you to work 20 times as hard. Your business model transforms from a fragile, time-intensive hustle into a highly stable and scalable income stream that operates almost entirely independent of your daily hours worked.
However, we really have to look at the timeline here. AI is still early, but for how much longer? We are currently existing in a very narrow, totally unique window of time. Right now, most local businesses have absolutely no idea that Agentic AI even exists, let alone how it can totally revolutionize and automate their sales processes. But the technological landscape is moving at a breakneck, unprecedented speed. This window of unawareness is rapidly closing. The massive advantage, that ability to walk into a business and offer them a capability that seems like absolute magic, is only available to those who make the deliberate decision to move first and firmly position themselves as the bridge to this new technology right now.
The reality is pretty stark. The people who move first in this space are absolutely going to dominate their local markets. They are the ones who will secure the recurring retainers and build the automated agencies of the future, while everyone else is left hopelessly trying to catch up years from now. You've seen the logic, you've seen the structured steps, and you understand the monumental difference between just playing around with basic AI and actually building an agentic agency. If you are serious about taking advantage of this business process automation, about saving massive amounts of time and building a highly scalable income stream right now, you need to take action. Click the link below this explainer right now to see exactly how you can start building your automated agency before everyone else catches on. The technology is here and the window is closing fast. The only question left is, will you be the one to automate the future or will you be replaced by it? Click the link below to get started.